Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hey, 2300 Jackson Street is always home. Hey, the 185. How y'all doing today? I'm gonna wait and let a couple more people come on in. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Hey, kitty Cadillac. Hey, honey. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Can y'all hear me all right? Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Okay, thank you, Kitty. Can anybody hear me? Well, Kitty say y'all can hear me. Child, it's been so much bullshitting going on. Okay, and I named this live. Ooh, child. It's the overplay for the underplay. And that shout out to Coolin, cause she always say that. Now let me tell y'all a little secret about YouTube, okay? When you hear these things that's going on, like on these panels, and or either the person just doing commentary on it or whatever, if it don't make sense, it ain't the truth. If it don't make sense to you, okay, now that's the way I look at everything. If it don't make sense to me, this shit'll play. Okay, that's just the way I roll on, do the YouTube thing, and cause a lot of this stuff they be doing, y'all know this shit as whack. We see in the same ways, just different people. Hey BW, hey E Money, but it's some people that have a skill of doing it. Okay, it's some people just they had the time, and really they don't have to have a good memory, because whatever fly out their mouth, it just fly out their mouth. You know, electric soul, whatever fly out their mouth. And I be sitting there like, no, that's not what happened. You know, hey, the clinical one, cynical one. But if you are not like a person that watch a lot of YouTube like me, you can get lost in the sauce real easy. Cause see, I move around a whole lot of places. Cause one panel they tell you this here, They go to another panel. They say something else, like ugly, like uppity, big, funky, fat, flabby warrior, just looking ass. Whatever come up, come out on her. She contradicts herself on the like if she on a panel, she'll start talking, and then before the sentence is out, she be done told a lie. She'll say it this way, and then she'll say it that way. Both of them can't be true. And she hate to be called a liar. And I shot every dagger I could at her over there at YouTube cameras in the chat. And it took everything in her not to cuss me out. Cause I was gonna fly up there on that panel and give her what I gave her the last week on Lemons, honey. You hear me? And it's just a trip. Okay, so what's been going on a little bit? I'm just gonna be bouncing around. I don't have my notes, and I just want to let you guys know my computer is in the hospital. Okay, and I got the diagnostic results yesterday, and I told them to go on and order the damn part, and you know, I'll come and pay them the balance. Okay, I got that done. Well, then now I've been without my computer some days because of the problem I was having with it. Okay. So I was in with having withdrawals and sweating and shit and everything. And then the lights went out here. They didn't come back on till yesterday till about 5 o'clock, and they went off the night before like at 8. And the little storm we had wasn't a bad storm. It was mainly thundering. Well, honey, whatever that lightning hit, wherever it hit, I don't know where. I don't know. But we was without lights from like 8 o'clock until 5 p.m. yesterday. And I was climbing the walls. Do you hear me? And I live like out on the outskirts, of the city. Well, it's always noise out here. Four wheelers, people on tractors, all kind of horses and all kind of stuff, cows mooing and everything, chickens crowing, you know. So it's always noise. Yeah, it seemed like the cows went in, the horses went in, the chickens and the people on the four wheelers didn't want to ride the four wheelers, and people in the cars wasn't in. It was like out in the middle of the desert out here. And so I couldn't take it anymore. And what I've done is went and bought me another laptop because I was in bad shape. And then my phone, I don't like some people like to use their phone for YouTube. I don't. I like a laptop because I like to be lounging and doing what I'm doing. And that phone, no, I can't. And it's been a damn mess. You hear me? And then when the lights went out, okay, now I was watching YouTube, but my battery was going low. So I plugged my phone up. And as soon as I plugged that damn phone up, the lights went out. So of course I had to make sure everything was okay around me. And ain't nothing I could trip on and all that kind of bullshiggity. Cause I didn't know how long the lights were gonna be out, but I didn't have a clue they were gonna be off that long. But that's beside the point. Well, child, my charge I had like 7%. And I was saying I need to do YouTube. It's dark in here, and I couldn't do YouTube because I had to have my phone just in case something happened. And then the next day, which was yesterday morning, my sister was going to town, so she took all our phones to town with her to get charged because they have lights in the city, but like out on the outskirts, we didn't have no damn lights. So she took the phones to get them charged. Well, After she got back, and I got, my phone, I got a good charge on and stuff. Of course, the first place I go is YouTube. Well, in the beef sector, they was just in an uproar because Lolo. Now, the understanding I got was Lolo got P bomb, and then she apologized. Now, see, that's all I was getting until Envy came on. And when Envy came on, Lolo kind of filled in the spaces, but a lot of shit didn't make no goddamn sense to me because ain't nowhere. No, I'm going ahead of myself. Allegedly, Fifi P bombed Lolo on a previous live, okay, on the live I missed. They was up there woo banging and stuff, and they said kids was being talked about. I don't know because I didn't go watch it, but they said it was a damn mess. And in the process, Lolo got P bomb. Well, most of the time you don't know who P bomb you. Like Jay Dunn, that she'll do it when she on the panel. I don't know if Fifi was on the panel when the P bomb happened, but while Lolo was still alive, they went over to 88's. Fifi and 88 went over to 88's, and she had a live going. Well, while their live was going on, they was talking about whatever they was talking about because I didn't watch the live. I don't know. But in the meantime, 88 boomerang back to Lolo's that had got, she boomerang back over there. And she was telling Lolo to come over to her panel. I guess so her and Fifi could talk about what happened, the P bomb. Well, from what Lolo was saying, she went over there and then left her live and went over to 88 live, which 88 and Fifi had been at Lolo live earlier, but they went to 88 live. Well, now Lolo put her people on hold and she run over there to 88 live. Well, child, I don't know what the hell they was telling her. It was a whole bunch of bullshitting. They was talking about it was an email somebody sent. Then they were saying that Fifi P bombed her, and the reason that Fifi P bombed her is because she felt threatened. What the fuck are you talking about? And then Lolo apologized to Fifi for feeling threatened and P bombing her. Now, do that make any goddamn sense? What? Am I the only one crazy? Am I the only one crazy? Lee Pepper, see, you saying that's crazy. And Lee Pepper saying, please. And Lady Sparkle just laughing like she always do. Do you hear me? They took, like I told y'all, you remember I told y'all I don't apologize for nothing I say and do on here. Okay? And I just don't play them kind of game because, like I say, you shit on me once, you will never get a chance to do it. Not nobody on the internet. Because I don't know nobody. Y'all don't know me and I don't know y'all. I live without you. I did just fine living without you. I can continue to be just fine living with you. I ain't apologizing to none of these motherfuckers. Because if I say something, I mean it. And if I do something, I mean it. And where all this damn apology shit come from, and people trying to make you apologize, 10 out of 10 of the people that apologize on here, they don't mean it. And then if you do it, the people that have accepted people apologies on here, they get shit on again. No, you ain't gonna keep bumping my damn head. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. Lady Sparkles, I do not have time for that. And like I said, it be up and it's stuck. Leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. But if we get into it, it's up and it's stuck. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's the way I am. And I ain't changed. I'm too damn old to change. And these people don't mean nothing to me. It ain't like we going to drink coffee every morning. It ain't like I need nobody on here. Was down, it was just down. I had to figure out what else I wanted to do. Either I was gonna continue to wait to get my shit fixed, or either I was gonna go over there to that store and get me another one. And I chose to go get me another one. Okay. And it is what it is. But I see these, and I wish Sour Patch come in here because I got to talk to her too before this live over. But I ain't gonna talk about her right now. Okay. Now the other day I started to go live, tried to go live on my phone, and I just didn't couldn't do it because I say I ain't gonna be able to speak to these people because this phone don't keep no good charge. Which I got another charger yesterday when I got a computer, but the charger I got it wasn't it take too long to charge, and it was just a mess. And so I said forget this because I don't want to do that. It'll get on my nerve, and so and I started to go live yesterday around 7, but I was over there in the Mo 3 sector, honey. They was acting a damn monkey over there. Do you hear me? Ooh, child, over there at SD's, straight like that, hit his link, and he was hollering at the top of his voice, and my ears was hurting because I had my headphones on, because he was acting such a fool. I didn't want his voice echoing all over the house. So I had the headphones on, and I had to turn my headphones all the way. I mean, all the way down. He was screaming like that, and he wasn't. He was hollering for my boo duck to hit the panel. Duck! And motherfucker, he was just cussing, and he showed his natural black ass over there at SD's yesterday. I mean, his natural black ass. And then I was saying, well, I couldn't believe he was at SD's because it just dawned on me that SD and K Kira are very special friends. And when her husband passed, straight like that, thought it was funny. He was making jokes about it, you know, and that ain't nothing to play about. He was putting pictures up of, her husband and her and just a mess. And he made a mockery out of her husband death. And K Kira was very hurt because it was very unexpected. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was sick, had uh like an illness that had been laying up, and you trying to help get him well. It wasn't like that. It was like I left the house and I didn't get to come back. Your man leave home but don't come back. Well, he just rolled and rolled and rolled on it. And so Katira, when she did come back after the funeral, when she decided to just come back on live and just relax and chill and stuff, she said it was up and it was stuck. That she didn't care. She would never forgive him. And I wouldn't either. You gonna joke with me about somebody that I love, and lost? No. See, you play too much. Um, and I was surprised to see him on SC panel yesterday. My mouth hit the floor. And I mean, and the way he was clowning too. Well, see, I got tired of hearing all that hollering. Because he had hollered for Duck, I mean, over an hour at the top of his lungs. My Duck, my boo, that up at the line like he want her. He wouldn't have her big funky. Lord, let me stop. But so I left because I think Envy went live, and I wanted to go over there to see what was going on with Lolo. Because the beef set was in an uproar about her apologizing to Fifi. So I went over the limits because I'm nosy. And so I wanted to get a better gist of why would you apologize to someone that P-bomb you? And she said that she apologized to Fifi for feeling threatened. What kind of shit is when she said that? I almost stole my new computer, child. When y'all hear me? She apologized to Fifi for feeling threatened. Do y'all hear me? Dr. Soapy. Uh, like I said, I ain't can't nobody on here like I ain't gonna forgive nobody on here because I don't know nothing about none of these goddamn people and forget you. You know, because you can't do me any kind of way. It's things that you can do, you cannot come back from it. I don't have the heart for it. Maybe the Lord will bless me before I, go to do my journey to the next level. But right now, no. It's some things you can't do to me. And I forgive you. And and it is the way it is what it is. And then if these people on here was like people that I know in my real life, I just I don't hold no hatred in my heart for anybody, but it's some people I don't fuck with. It ain't nothing for us to talk about. That's just it is what it is. You know, I ain't got to be with around. I ain't got to be around you. I do just fine. I'm doing just fine without them in my life. The people that I know that I don't fuck with, I'm fine with them not in my life, and they fine with me not in their life. And it is what it is. I ain't got time for that. Mm-mm. But child, so where the play happened at, and like I said, if it don't make sense, it's a play. Just remember that. That's the way I feel about it. And if you don't understand what's going on, play. Okay, now 88 them had been at Lolo, but after the P bomb, I guess they went over to 88s. Why would 88 come back to Lolo to get her to come over there? Play. She got played. It was the overplay for the underplay. She got made content out of. And then they say that now I don't know if it was at 88s or Fifi's because I did not watch those lives. They say that that 88 them was screen, record, the tapping in people's lives, like the B said, don't play that shit over here. They'll strike your ass down real quick. But they had was listening on Lolo and Shaquem. Do you hear me? And y'all know that the B sector don't play there. You know, it ain't no questions asked. Now Tracy, like sometimes when somebody go tell her that somebody's not, because I can say this about her because I have been with her a long time. Well, when they come and tell her that somebody screen recording her, she'll say, "You better stop, else I'm gonna strike you," and I will strike you. Now, it's been some people that's been hard headed and don't stop. Those are the people that she'll strike, like Erica Kelly. She got her a couple of times. It's a couple of people that she done got, but she warned them. But like I said, 9 times out of 10 in the B sector, you ain't getting no warning. Like with Kimmy, when they tell her somebody screen recording her, she strike them right then when she lied. in the middle of her life, what don't matter what mini market is, she's gonna strike them right then. As soon as she's aware of it, ain't nothing to talk about. But other people give grace, give you a little grace for a minute. But I'm just saying, child, and that's just whatever. Now I heard that. Now just I heard it through the grapevine shit. Now I heard that 88 did get struck, but then she was saying it was like a warning. So you can't never believe what none of these folks say because they tell lies and you know hell when they lie so much they might be telling you the truth. And I'm gonna get to that too. We have a situation on that. When you tell so many goddamn lies, did everything that you come out your mouth people think is a goddamn lie? Okay, that's the play running shit. Well, 88 got a sister named CB. She a YouTuber. She don't be on a whole lot. Well, every time she comes on here, she'll say, "I'm pregnant. Ain't no baby." Uh, all kind of stuff. Okay, just whatever. Well, she come over on I think it was Cool and Laugh. I can't I can't on this part I am a little kind of lost because I was not active on YouTube when all this shit was going on. Well, okay, it was a big uproar about she's supposed to have cancer, like stage 4, and that's really serious. Okay, that for anybody. And I put in the chat, hey, where are these lies at? Where do I need to go? Because I need to know where to go to see what I need to see. So I got a message, in the chat. They told me to go to Coolest, go to I think LAC and SD to go to those lives. I would get a better understanding of it. Well, I did get a better understanding of it. She said she have stage 4 cancer. I think some form of lip nose. I don't know the name of it. I started to look up the shit, but I said, nah, I ain't gonna do that because I don't want to have to do all of that. Okay. Well, she was crying and oh, that's okay. I'm okay and all of this. But it wasn't making no sense when I listened to it for myself because how you go from like crying and then I'm okay, and then your daddy come on there and he was telling them if you need a lung or a liver or whatever, you ain't getting mine. Y'all should have took better care of yourself and all that kind of bullshit in it. And I was saying, shut your mouth and keep on talking. And and then she say she found out and made it, and then she's not gonna take any treatments, and she's gonna do it the natural way, and this and that, which is her choice. That's her life. It's her choice. I ain't gonna dare tell you what to do because I don't know what I might do in this situation. I might just say fuck it. I might say, well, hell, I want to live. As long as possible. You never know. Well, how did your father not know, and how your sister not know? But you make a big old announcement on YouTube. I don't get that. And then you and your man was arguing. He was hollering and cussing. It was a damn mess. The longer I watched it, the more crazier it was. But that ain't the big thing on here. Then she pulled her titties out over there on cooling. Now what the hell you pull your titties? Y'all, y'all help me, okay? And then her man, of course, he got mad because he didn't, if this your man, if you got a man, they are not gonna appreciate you pulling your titties out on the World Wide Web. I don't care who they is. She gonna pull her titties out. And of course that led to some more arguing with him and her. And he talking about that all you do is drink, you just stay drunk all the time. And this and that, and you ain't paying no bills, and on and on and on and on and on and on and on, child. Do you hear me? It was a damn mess. And I'd seen enough of it. I didn't even go with the big lax. I just watched a little bit of Cooling. And then Josh is the guy that she used to go with, that CB used to go with. I wound up over at Capitals. I'm gonna tell you what happened over there. Cause this is before I went to them lives to see it for myself what happened. Well, the captain was up there and he was cussing, he was mad, and he was saying she was telling a damn lie and blase this and blase that. And he went cuckoo. Cause he said don't make no goddamn sense and ain't nothing wrong with your ass, and why you come on here with that bullshit, and then put the asking people in the chat who believes she did it, put a one if she got it, and put a two if you don't, if you think she ain't. Well, what you think happened? It was that ain't think, don't think she got the shit, won by a landslide. Well, of course I'm enjoying listening to Captain Drag because I love hanging around over there, and I was glad to get to see that live. I think I think I got my laptop there by then. I think I did. Well, Josh, which is CBX, he gonna hit the link and check the captain. what? What? That's your sister-in-law and this and that. And Captain said, "What?" He put him on mute and he drug him. He drug him from sea to shining sea. Okay. Captain wasn't for that bush. He called it bullcorn. Okay. He called it bullcorn. He wasn't for that bullcorn yesterday. Do you hear me? And the more he talked, the madder he was getting, child. And I was getting my life. Cause Josh, you have your nerve going up there checking that man on his channel about your ex, which him in '88 wasn't married. They just had messed around and made a baby. And so it wasn't like she was his wife or nothing like that. Uh, I had my mouth wide. I was just like, because Kevin just put it out there. And there was several other content creators that did express that they didn't believe it, you know. And straight like that, when he was dragging over there on at SD's child, he said that for him to believe it, she going to come on here and she going to be bald headed, don't got no eyebrows, don't got no eyelashes, and don't have no hair on her pussy. Do y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me? When straight like that said that, I fell out. Do you hear me? He said she better be bald headed, no hair on her head, no eyebrows, no eyelashes, and no hair on her pussy, y'all. Oh Lord Jesus. Oh my God, Jesus. Well, that's about all that went on that storyline. Okay, so since I'm over there in the month reset, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more. Well, Rainwater. I don't know if you guys remember him. He used to be Mo3's manager. A lot of people don't care for him, and I'm one of them, but I can live with him or without him. A lot of times he come on the panel, if he stay too long, I exit stage left or exit, I make an exit, because he not everybody cup of tea. Well, come to find out, he done been arrested. And so that was a big thing. And so I heard it through the grapevine, because I'm hearing stuff like with Lolo's situation. I'm hearing through the grapevine about rainwater. And from the people that bloggers that's like heavy into the Mo3, stuff, they say that he was doing like swatting people and doing internet. They got him for like internet something and like swatting, like calling the police when you don't need to be calling the police. Well, some kind of way, y'all better be set. Y'all better listen to this shit. Some kind of way, whoever he was messing with, they know they done figured out a way to get you arrested for swatting. Somebody had enough sense to go about the proper authorities in a proper way. They arrested Rainwater for what people doing on here, swatting, calling the police unnecessarily, wellness checks, that kind of shit. And that's what he got arrested for, child. Ain't that ignorant? Hmm. And hey, John Holmes. Hey, OG Beauty. But and you know how people do over in the Mo3 beef sector. You know they getting that body cam. Okay. Now he done said whole bunch of different kind of ways he got arrested, but when they get that body cam, they gonna be able to see. Okay. Hey, love me or hate me. Hey, Gemini 75. Child. Like I said, if it don't make sense when you hear it, just say it's a place CT. You know what I'm saying? Or if you got to think about something too hard, trying to figure it out, it ain't real. You know. Okay, now I was over at YouTube cameras before I went live, and she was asking me what was going about things going on over in the Mo3 beef sector, which she was talking about Woo. Now I can't stand that hoe. I shake her every chance I get. You know, and so Woo was very upset with SD because I guess he had some pictures in her panties or something. I don't know. Woo, you done been naked on here before. I have seen all of your front of your body butt naked several times. Now, SD had a picture of you in some panties and you having a goddamn fit. See, that's that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? And then she done showed her ussy to everybody and sent it around to different ones. All them people over there got her ussy. Just like Gina. Everybody over there seen her ussy. It's some of them that happened to. Well, I feel, now this is my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. She did that because 88 got so much attention the other week because Duke Farrow played like a loop. Now I don't know why 88 gave him this. They said it was a video. a sex video, and he had it on a loop, like between her legs, and they was describing it and saying it's big enough to walk in. You could drive a car in it. Uh, they was they was saying all kind of god awful things over there. But why would she give Duke that? Well, the next later on that night, 88 went live and she was like crying, she was like she was just hysterical. Which she it was play cry. And you got over it too easy. And then you didn't put the police in his life. It's things you could do if this was done like what Bambi did Jay Dunn over here. It's things you can do. Well, that didn't go so well. So then her and audio. Now that's the beef sector stuff, okay? Cause she been over here in the beef sector and her and audio supposed to be going together, I guess. I don't know. Uh and when it come out, now the way when I heard about it was one night I was at Lemons last week. Audio was on the panel. 88 came and then Rainwater came. And so Rainwater started asking him questions, asking audio questions like he was a 88 daddy or brother or something like that. You know how they ask the little, the fella that like you a lot of questions. And one of the questions he asked audio is, are you like he was asking him, are you aware she got like 8 kids? Will you be able to take on the responsibility of 8 children? And audio, it was crickets, child, for a while. But then he was saying he'd do what he had to do and blase this and blase that. Well, they supposed to be gonna hook up and they gonna hook up in Vegas. So we'll see how that goes. Okay? We'll see how that goes. You know, if they like it, I love it. So that's all I got to say about that. You know, some people fall in love easy, but I don't believe it's. I don't believe you just fall in love. I don't believe it. I know I can't. I don't. Mm-mm, no, and I don't. Change partners a lot. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's a time and place for everything. And we grow out of if you grow out of shoes, clothes and shoes, that's just like uh, I can't fall in love like that. But some people do. I'm in love and I'll try by, especially on YouTube. Right? Oh my God, Jesus. Well, when it come out about audio and her, I was at YouTube cameras the next day, I think. And well, I was at YouTube cameras. Oh, and they was up there, talking and stuff, which ain't nothing wrong with that. And but as they was going on and on, I couldn't find out Ness had made like a video, one of AI videos regarding this situation. And allegedly, because I didn't watch it, they say that she was calling him a simp and all that kind of stuff. And then she went live on it, talking about it. But when I was at YouTube camera before she did all that, I put in the chat, Ness is not gonna be pleased with this. Because you remember audio came through her. That's how he wound up in the beef sector, dropped in her live. And then she had been shouting him out, telling him to share his link and this and that. So he come into the beef sector with kid gloves. He didn't, he gets to move around like we are lemons, you know, he's not getting it like other people get it that come try to come into the beef sector. And it's the truth. Ness did. She he was saying he was loyal to Ness and this and that. Well, and he don't see the problem with 88. Allegedly, remember she's supposed to have struck Ness a couple of months ago. And then he gon' then now you put 88. I knew Ness wasn't gonna go for that. But allegedly I heard that Ness apologized to Audio. Did y'all know that? They say that Ness apologized to Audio. And I don't know where to go see that at. Cause I wanna see it because I can't believe Ness would apologize about anything. Cause she don't apologize for shit. She ain't never wrong. Hey, Rare Treasure. Hey, Rico. I don't know where this apology happened. I don't know if it was at Audios. I don't know if it was. I know it. When I know this thing went over to 88s, it would have had to be the audio. It might maybe Lemons. I don't know. Well, 88 is not the only one. 88 and Audio are not the only one that have a blooming relationship going. Now I hit the flow when this one started forming. Now I don't think it's gonna last. I don't think I don't know what the hell going on with this. But J Don and Judge Fifi. Oh my lord. And I just can't see them together, but it ain't for me to see. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see what they see. And, they might see how their eyes is different. Uh, do you hear me? Pretty Charlie girl, you hear me? And then Jay Dunn is about the messiest. Now Jay Dunn doing that, Judge Fifi been pursuing her. Well, last night over at Envy's, she gonna put it something in the back chat about Bambi, and that Bambi is her ex, and Bambi had to get the police on Jay Dunn. That's the only way Jay Dunn quit picking with her and stuff. She had to be like no contact for like a year and get all them bad videos off her YouTube channel and all that kind of shit. Well, I think Jay Dunn got out probation in February. But Jay Dunn, I think she could call herself feeling herself. She was gonna put Bambi's name in the back chat and wanted Lolo to drop Bambi link in the chat. And I was saying, what the hell? Why would you do that? Because Bambi don't be, I see her in the B set sometime over there at Pizarro's, and somewhere else I be seeing her. But Bambi don't be right, cause don't be picky with nobody. She come over here because she like the commentary. She have a couple of channels she like to go to, but she do not do nothing with the B sector, no commentary, period. She got her own shit going on. And when she do go live, I be in her lives, and she ain't went live in a long time. But see, she might have IG, um, TikTok, she just like I said, she quit doing fooling with the B sector because it was she had a nightmare over here, until she finally got the police listen and the judge. Um, but Jay Dunn was saying Lolo said Jay Dunn wanted her to drop Bambi's link in the chat. And see, why would you want to do that? And then she said that she wanted Fifi to I guess to see what Bambi look like. Fifi don't need to worry about what Bambi look like. You know, if you and her got a relationship, that between y'all. Bambi ain't in that. And I really, really hate that this happened yesterday, Jadon, because you had strong feelings for Bambi. It didn't work out. Y'all went y'all separate ways. Please don't go. Please don't backtrack and do this again, cause you know she gonna put the police on you, and that's just the facts. You know that I can't be no plainer than that. And it wasn't no reason for Jada to be asking Lolo to drop Bambi link about nothing, because Bambi don't fool with her. Period. And Lolo, you gotta be careful, cause Bambi, when she had got fed up with Jada messing with her and stuff, she started telling. She told hit Pizarro panel one time and told Pizarro, if she keep harassing me over here on your channel, putting my picture up and all that kind of shit, I'm gonna strike you. Every time she do it, I'm gonna strike you. And that shit stopped. But then Jada just took the shit over to her channel and other channels. I hear that if Bambi was at. But Jada, leave that girl alone. Jada, she ain't bothering nobody. And I don't think it's fair that for you to start this bullshit back up. Y'all had a relationship, it didn't work out. It ain't like y'all was together 40 years, and grow to old together and shit. Had kids together. Now them the divorces that hurt. And y'all wasn't even married. Y'all was girlfriend and girlfriend. Or girlfriend and boyfriend, whatever you want to call it. But the shit is over. It didn't work out. You know. And picking at her ain't gonna change nothing. She still ain't coming back to you. You just causing yourself to be worked up all the time. And I really, really hated to see that. That. And then Jada made a big deal out of YouTube cameras. Lolo reading the back chat and saying something about, oh, Bambi? Well, hell, uh, Jada, you be going in the back chat, doing screenshots and shit of stuff that ain't your concern. And so what's the big deal if Lolo said what was in the private chat? Because the private chat ain't been private forever. Going backstage ain't been private because you sneaks back there being nosy and recording. Because you got me on some recordings. And like I told you, anything I say backstage, I'll say in front of the stage. Which I really don't be behind stage, but sometimes you get fooled back there. But I be invited. But you sneaks back there. And you let me know that you had recorded us talking. And I told you, anything I say back there, I'll say it up here. I ain't got nothing to hide. And that's just the way I'm going to keep doing YouTube. If I said it, I meant it. What I said on that recording, I meant every word of it. And you can play it. Like I told you, play it. I don't give a fuck. And like Cheffy, another one, be sneaking back there recording. I don't give a fuck. She had me over there too recorded. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. But like I said, I'll tell your ass in your face because you ain't the big bad wolf. Enough of this shit is enough. But if you're a violator, how can you get violated? And another thing, now I'm getting on uppity big fat rotten meat smelling ass. Now she pulled a stunt yesterday where she tells lies on everything that comes out of her Boris mouth. She got mad at Lolo because Lolo wouldn't let her hit her panel, and she went and put Lolo kids up on her. I didn't go look at it, because I don't. I can't tell you what Lolo kids look like. I don't want to know what her kids look like unless she put them up there on the live I be on. I ain't that nosy. But she put that girl kids on her community wall. And like I put in YouTube cameras chat today while you up it was up there talking and lying on her panel. I say you better not say shit when they put that your little girl up there on the wall or your kids on their wall. And you could bet somebody gonna get you real soon up it. They gonna get you. And I bet you whatever picture they put up of that little bitty girl with them cross eyes, and you need to take her to the eye doctor. She needs some glasses. They can correct that without surgery. She needs some motherfucking glasses on her head. That'll stop that eye from wandering. It'll straighten them out. She got like a stigmatism. But your fat ass is too drunk and worry about what's going on YouTube that you can't even take that child to get her some eyeglasses. Now, when they take a picture, put her picture up there on their wall. I dare you to come out here crying. I dare you to say any damn thing they put your child up there. Because you deserve it, ho. You deserve it. Hey, the unfiltered muffin. Yeah. They say she put her children up there on her damn wall yesterday. And Lolo they say that she was live at the time. Uh, I can't think who Lolo said she was talking to. But different people had tried to hit Lolo's link when she was doing her live, and she wouldn't let them come up there because she wanted, it was like a one-on-one conversation. And then she started letting people up there, but she was picking and choosing. Would she have that's her choice. She could pick and choose who she want on her link. It should not make nobody mad. It's her goddamn channel. She can do as she please. Well, Uppity was mad. That's why she went over there and did that, put her pictures up. And J Dunn was mad, and they got it. They got into it last night at Envy, and allegedly Lolo banned J Dunn. I don't know, but it's just a bunch of bullshit that's going on over here right now. Okay, but I'm nosy. I wants to see it. Okay, but I missed a lot. I missed like days of stuff because like I said, I was on that little ass phone, and it was just awful. I tell you. Let me see what else happened. Uh, and like with this computer, like my notepad, it didn't transfer like all my other stuff did. So I'm about to wait till my computer come out the shop, and then I can go back and tell y'all all the stuff that I have been seeing. Another thing, I started to do that live the other day, and I was putting in there something about Discord. Well, the reason I did that is because I be nosing in the class on some of these panels and stuff. Well, I've been hearing different things what different people been saying about Lemons Discord, okay? And I have been putting in the chat. I have not seen any doxing in the Discord, and I'm in the Discord, okay? And I make myself very clear. I say I put it in the chats when they talking about the doxing that was going on allegedly going on in the Discord. I kept saying I have not seen anybody get doxxed in Discord. I'm saying this over and over and over in different chats. Well, Cornbread, she was putting in Lemon chat to me that I wasn't there when it happened. And I keep saying I ain't missed all this shit. Now, if it's all this doxing going on in there, I should be in there one damn time when they doxing. And that then I made it clear, I was saying, and then when I be saying, when I was in Discord, I was telling them in Discord, I was saying, I ain't seen no goddamn doxing in here. Now I don't know what the hell going on, but I ain't seen no doxing in the Discord, and I should have seen some doxing in Lemon Discord because I be in there. After all this goddamn argument, after all this motherfucking backbiting, it was not in Lemon Discord at all. There was a separate Discord, like one for the mods. That's the Discord they was doing that doxing in. That wasn't in Lemon Discord because I be in Lemon Discord. Like when Lemon first dropped his link on his channel, when he decided to make a Discord, I was one of the first ones over there. Because I had never been in Discord before. And I want to see what they do in there. I want to see. Because I've heard about different people having Discords. Like Brianna got a Discord, King Roman News. It's Sassy. Most of the content creators and subscribers, they in Discords, okay? And then they making a big deal out of what's coming out of Discord onto YouTube, which I have a problem with. Because that's not what they say to me. And I think a person should be by their word. If you say that there's such shit ain't supposed to be coming out of Discord onto YouTube, why it keep coming out here? And that, from my understanding, that's the way it's supposed to be with all these people that got these goddamn Discord. But it's been a mess ever since these people start making the Discords. Because King Roman News, remember, it was a big old mess about his Discord. You know, uh, Theo and several of them, and then King Roman, he put a lot of people out of his Discord, and they had a scandal just like Lemon's scandal. But like I said, come to find out, all this goddamn talking they doing out here saying that Lemon allowing this doxing in his Discord was a lie. The doxing was going on in the side Discord and one that ain't got nothing to do with Lemon. They've been listening to the it's just a damn mess. I just put it at that. Lemon did do a sweep of his Discord a couple of months ago, and a lot of people was not happy that they was not able to get into Discord anymore. A lot of people was asking them why come will you gonna let me back in and this and that. Well, I say 95% of the time he stuck to his guns. He didn't put them people back in there. He let very few back in. Okay. Now I'm in it. I know what the fuck going on, and I'm on YouTube. I see what the fuck going on. I see people asking him, "Can I get back in there?" Well, he stuck to his guns and let them come back in. So things were going pretty smooth. Okay. But then I'd wake up and come on YouTube. Then the shit all over here in the beef sector. They arguing from pound to pound to pound. Sour Patch, two peas, uh, beans, cornbread, beans and cornbread. It was several of them. Mika, Shakir, I mess her name up every time. The Chicago, with that girl, just a damn mess. And then we go back in Discord and they try to get it straightened out, and y'all don't, Y'all done made up, and then we come back out on YouTube the next day, and it all hell done broke loose again. The shit don't make no sense. I can be in a, I can, I can be places where people I don't like are at on here on YouTube. Now I might choose not to stay in the shit, because I can't stand to stomach this person, and I'll move my ass. I'll go somewhere else for the day, or for this live, and I'll go to the next one. Maybe the bitch won't be over there. But a lot of people you know, they can't be in the same place together. And then come to find out a lot of that shit that was doing them arguing and shit that was going on in Discord, them motherfuckers was doing that shit somewhere else before the Discord was thought about. They was already enemies. Most of them. They bought that shit from another sector to the lemons, to the beast sector. That shit just come out. Cause I was saying, why they into it so bad, and why it ain't that serious, and yes it is, cause they done bought that shit over here. They bought that shit from elsewhere, and it just flared back up, and it's a whole bunch of them. It's several people from whatever sector that is. They done wound up over here, like the Umar boys and uh different ones. The T sector, we have some T sector people over here, but wherever they come from, they was into it there before they came to the B sector. They had history, you know, and that's just it is what it is. It's the facts, Jack. It's all a bunch of bullshit. That shit just don't make no sense. You know, just I mean into it like cats and damn dog. And I was just like, I was just and child that night when they had the damn talent contest. When Lemon had the talent contest, we decided to go to the Discord. We supposed to be gonna kick it and talk about the contest. Them motherfuckers got to arguing and fighting and throwing cheers and busting windows out and shooting in the air and all that kind of stuff. And Honey Lemon started slanging motherfuckers out the Discord. Do you hear me? He was throwing bitches out right and left, and I was hollering. Do y'all hear me? He was throwing bitches. He didn't care how they landed when he threw them at that motherfucker. Do you hear me? He threw them hoes far as he could, child. And I got tickled because I was thinking about how the captain do on the ship. Honey, he throw them hoes off that ship and them bitches swim back and climb back in that boat. Do you hear me? But honey, he did the James Brown. He was hurling bitches out that damn Discord that night. And I was saying, damn. And when the dust finally settled, we was we was sitting up there just quiet. Oh Lord, sir. Lemon was throwing bitches out there. He was cussing. They was cussing him. He was cussing them. And then he got tired of cussing this one. He throw this bitch out. Then hear the next one come. And they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he throw another bitch out. And I was crying. Do you hear me? Hey, Duck. I don't think that's my duck, though, because mine say op. But yeah, hey, Daquan. But honey, Lemon was throwing bitches up out of there right and left. Do you hear me? I ain't gonna call no names now. I ain't gonna get that That like they're about it. But I'm just letting y'all know since they talking about Discord, goddamn it, I'm gonna say my tag. Okay. And then like I got tired of hearing that shit over there at Lemons one night. They was into it up there fighting like cats and dog. And I told him, I said, y'all do not want me to say the part I know about what's going on up in this motherfucker, about what I heard. With my own goddamn ears. This got to stop. Now I done held back. I done held back. But hell, I feel I'm gonna get up here and just swing for the hell of it. Hell, everybody else fighting. Why come I can? You know, why come I can't get in and tell what I know? But I ain't gonna do that. Okay, hey Daquan, I ain't gonna do that. I'm a woman of my word, and the part I'm telling it's already out here on YouTube. People know about him throwing people out the goddamn Discord. I mean, not just like uh where you can't come in no more. I mean, slanging bitches at the door. Okay, the other ones got to just knock on the door and they couldn't come in no more. But these bitches got thrown out. Hey, storyline. Yeah, these bitches got thrown out, and I was getting my life. Hey, crazy stuff. And another thing, I've been waiting for Sour Patch to come here. It don't look like she coming in here, and I want to discuss this here because everybody else on YouTube had discussed this. Sour Patch, you don't need to feel that way about nobody on this motherfucker. Where you sitting up here crying, getting drunk. If you want to get drunk, ain't nothing wrong with get drunk. But I'd be damned if I get drunk over any motherfucker on this damn app. If you feel like if enough is enough, log off for a couple of days till you cool off, until you get your head back, straight on your shoulders. Then come back. Because there was a mess over there. YouTube cameras on that live that day. I ain't never seen nothing like it. You ain't gonna never live that down. And I hate that for you because I like you. But I ain't nowhere, I ain't nobody on here loyal to each other. They tell that lie every day. Don't nobody on here love each other. They tell that lie every day. And that I love you. Hey, sis, I love you. No, you not my sister. And nope, I don't love you. I don't love nobody on here. And that's just me. I ain't getting myself involved in no shit like that. I mean, people living all over America and in other countries. How? No, I don't love nobody on here. Oh, okay. See, when you start putting that kind of shit in there, then feelings start changing. It looked like, and I ain't the one. Hey, dog, baby. I don't get that. You know. And like I said, if you want to get drunk. It be drunk people on here every day. Like uppity, stay drunk. And she makes a fool out of herself every day. And I ain't making my journey like that on, mm-mm. That's just the way it is. I'm not gonna do it. Hey, Miss Kim, and YouTube cameras offered to give me a redirect, but I didn't want it. Me can't be bothered because I ain't finna be like Shakim begging for redirects. I don't feel like being bothered with that shit. I don't come live enough for that bullshit. Uh, it ain't that serious to me, you know. So I don't, I ain't try to figure out how to turn nothing on and all that shit for the redirect. Me can't be bothered. Like Lemon say, me can't be bothered. But and I went to Mahaya's last night. Um, I was on the panel with him for a while. He was kind of being nosy with things over here in the beef sector, but I wanted to keep some things to myself, so I would have something to talk about with my people whenever I decided to go live. So I didn't have a whole bunch to say, about. I kind of throwed it off because Ghetto Intellect had came in the chat, and a couple of days ago, y'all, he went off on ODS and was talking about kicking ODS ass. Well, honey, ODS went live and he said he's a man. I might be gay, but I'm a man. And I wherever you want to meet me at, goddamn it, we can do this shit right now. You hear me? ODS and he ain't got time for that shit. And I sit and watched it because I started to get up on ODS panel and say, ODS, he ain't gonna do nothing. It ain't nothing to him. This white boy Mike Martin over there in the Mo3 sector been trying to meet up with him because he be saying he gonna kick Mike Martin ass. He not gonna meet you, but I said, nah, I want to sit and watch this shit, how it's gonna play out. They say that when Ghetto Intellect called ODS out, he was spitting and all that kind of shit, that old stupid stuff, acting like he was just a rabid beast trying to get to somebody. And ODS was just as calm, you know. But ODS, honey, he said, let's do this damn thing. And ODS had his hair pulled back. He was ready to do the damn thing. And I don't blame him. And I was hoping that Ghetto Intellect came and ODS whooped the shit out of him. Well, we had that conversation over there on Mahale's last night. And of course, while we was talking, Mike Martin hit the link. And then they got into it, and I was hollering. Do you hear me? And I stayed up there for a while, and I just exited stage laugh. And because it was like a panel of men then that came up there after I came up there, and they was going back and forth, and I just got down, because it ain't nothing for me to talk about, with them. So I jumped down, and after they all left, 88 hit the panel. And she was going on and on and on about audio, and I said, I don't want to hear this shit. And I just gracefully exited stage right. Okay? Because I don't want to hear that. Look, I don't want to hear that shit. Like I be feeling like that, like I do about Tommy and Castro. I don't want to hear that shit. Okay? And I ain't gonna hear that shit. So I exited stage left, and I will be exiting over here in the B sector if they want to. I don't want to hear that shit, because a lot of that, if you're a couple or trying to get something going, we don't really need to see the shit. Y'all need to do that offline. I don't want to see no love story. We done seen enough of them on here. And with 88, we done seen 50 11 of them. You know. But child, let me see what else happened. Let's see what else happened. Um, I talked about the plays, and I got a bunch of stuff in my notebook. And I also had on my notebook about the tragic flooding that went on in Texas. That just, I mean, I was just upset about that. Okay. And then when they started finding their bodies, I was had it on CNN and just watching the count go up. I had to just quit watching the shit because it was getting me into a blue funk. I mean, you know, it was just a bit much. And when I quit watching it was when I think the count was like 100 and 111, something like that, 121. It was something like that. It was a one at the end of it. Well, uh, they found a bus, and like a counselor had tried to drive some children out of there, and it was 10 kids on that bus, and the council drowned. You know, and I was saying that was a bad. Oh, I just thought about them kids and that water rising, and the counselor driving the bus and can't do nothing but all this damn water. And other people, not just them, but to me that was just terrible. Just think about them children, how scared they were, and that messed me up, you know. And then they put a lie out because when they said it on the news, I was saying, "Huh, that don't." They said they found a little girl in a tree, or two little girls in a tree, and come to find out there was some bullshit in it. And then when they was talking about it, the area that they was talking about, that water was way gone. And I was saying, why would they be up in a tree for 2 days when the water receded? See, if it don't make sense, it's a lie. And that's what I was saying. The water been receded while these girls stayed up in the tree because they wasn't in no damn tree. Because they still found two girls safe up in a tree. I say that's the. And then when it came out that it was not the truth, I say, Paulette, you didn't even think about your own thing. When it don't sound right, it's a damn lie. Okay. Hey, straight balling. Hey, Miss Gerald. Um, and another thing, Remy Ma got her son. He was arraigned for murder, and after the court, Remy Ma got into it with the victim, the murder victim's daughter, and she got put in jail. Ain't that some shit? Now why she messing with the man daughter? Now that was a big old mess. Then I seen on here that a rapper that has been dead 27 years. Now some people saying they blowed the grave up, some people saying they dug it up. But they dug the man up and was rifling through his casket. And that man been dead 27 years. Now that's some crazy shit, ain't it? Let me see what else I had. I'm trying to think of stuff I had in my notepad. Oh, the guy, Chris Brown, he is charged with that grievous bodily harm of this manager, or, some manager over there in the UK. Well, the manager put paperwork into the judge to have the case dismissed with prejudice. That means it can't never come up again. But the judge have not signed off on that. But the person that he's supposed to have hit in the head and they stomped him and stuff, and and hit him with their fist. I believe some money changed hands. So okay, I'm trying to think of what else. I'm trying to think of the stuff I had on my notepad. Um, that's about it. And like I said, next time I go live, I have my laptop back and I'll be able to pull my notepad up because I do have some good notes about things I seen because I ain't been on here in a couple of weeks, and it'll be some things I seen since I've been on here, and because it was a lot of stuff that went on in both sectors, but like off the top of my head, I can just I can just remember like the newer things because like Bimp had lives, he been having lives, the captain. SD, everybody been going live. So, I've been, and Duck and Jackie had a kerfuffle. And the reason they had a kerfuffle is because, the other day, when I wasn't online, when it's CB said that she has stage 4 cancer. A lot of people was talking about it over there in the Mo 3 sector, they say. Jackie decided to do some commentary on it. Duck was on the panel with her, and he did not want to hear it at all. He wanted to talk about something else. He didn't want to talk about that. Which I don't know if it was yesterday but I think it was yesterday. I'm just gonna put it like that, or either the night before last. Child, 88. Them wound up over there at Ducks, and that's what they was talking about, the cancer. And so, of course, that would piss Jack. That pissed Jackie off, and it would have pissed me off. Made me quit talking about the shit on my live. But you gonna go live and then have these niggas over here, and y'all talk about it. And Jackie and 88 do not get along. So she got to be on the 88 on the panel, basking in the glory. Just smearing one in on Jackie for the hell of it. And we're keeping her name ringing over in the Mo 3 sector, which 88, she gonna make, they gonna talk about her. She gonna make them talk about her. And she gonna make them watch her. She keeps shit going. Well, then Jackie hit the link and say, "What is this? Are y'all trauma bonding?" And then they got into it. And 88, she just exited the stage left or right. I don't know which side she went out on, but she had already proved, they did what she wanted to do. And so when I got my computer going yesterday, I seen Big Baby was live, and I seen 80 Duck, Big Baby, and Jackie was on the live. And straight like that brought his crazy ass up there. And he was still acting a goddamn fool. Cussing Duck out and stuff. And telling Jackie about him not being shit and all of this. And just messing with Duck really, really bad. And Duck, they went back and forth, and then SD wound up hitting the panel. And he come up there and he cussed straight like that out, like a dog. And he left, and then he went live. And they say that the reason that Straight was over there at Big Babies is because Duck finally hit the panel over the SDs. Because I told y'all earlier he was screaming for Duck to come. Well, Duck came finally, and Duck drug him, and then other people hit the panel that had something against Straight like that. Because you got enemies everywhere. Well, honey, they put him into the headlock. They body slammed him. It was about 5 of them on it. They body slammed straight like that, kicked him in the nuts and everything else you could think, all in the back and in the back of the head. And he just left there limping. Do you hear me? And he was mad. He mad at the world. He thought him and SD were best buddies now, and SD told him, "D, we ain't shit." Okay. But see, the couple of days before, they say the SD was shouting him out and telling people to subscribe to Straight like that. Well, Hunter, the tray turned. But SD, you shouldn't start messing with Straight, because you know how he did K Kira. And I hold that, I look at you real side eyed. You're a fair weather friend. When it's the weather good, you want to be coming around, but when the weather get damn bad, you run your black ass out. And SD being so mean, because y'all know he done quit drinking. So the things that he used to participate in and think was funny and all that kind of stuff. He ain't for that shit now. Do y'all hear me? He ain't for that shit at all. He is holier than thou. He can't stand to be around nobody drunk now. Now how you gonna act like that? I mean, you would have been up here drunk all the years, and now since you done quit drinking for 2 weeks, child, bye. Y'all deliver me from a person that quit drinking, and deliver me from a person that quit doing drugs, cause they go holier, holy, holy, and they think you are the worst person in the world if you still do it just cause they quit. Oh my God. Ain't y'all noticed that? People that quit drinking and quit doing drugs, or people that get in church and they ain't been in church, they think everything that you do is wrong. But hell, you was just doing it with me. So now I ain't shit, but you shit now. Boy, bye. Ooh, yeah, straight honey. He got his ass towed up over there at SD. And see, I missed it because I went over the big babies and, I was moving around trying to catch up on what was going on. And I missed him getting beat up over there at SD. So I got to go back and watch that. But SD, he pulls a lot of his videos down. Like soon as he go off the live, they be unavailable. But hopefully, he left since he not drinking and stuff. Hopefully he left it up. But y'all, let me tell you this here now, straight like that. He talked a lot of bad shit over there on SD panel. He drug a whole lot of people, and people was saying, "You gonna get it?" You was messing up. He was going back in the history, telling the awful things that people have done and said on here to each other, and a lot of it I have witnessed. I was in the lives, but he was making a big deal out of stuff, and he was making it sound gross. Do you hear me? He was making it sound grosser than it actually was when I witnessed the stuff. And so I guess I left then. That's when all them people started hitting the link and got on his head. And straight like that can't stand to be drugged. He like to do the dragging and the loud talking. But you fight him back, he can't take it. He can't take it. And he just started hitting links. He used to wouldn't even hit the link. He would go over there on his channel and he talk all that shit about everybody and drag them, but then wouldn't hit no link when people would ask for him to hit the link. You know. But see, I think that he just like kind of desperate right now. That's why he hitting links like he is. And like 1 minute he kissing Duck and Broadway ass, the next one he hate them. 1 minute he kissing SD ass, the next minute he hate them. And he do the women the same way. It ain't just the men, it's the women too. You know, it is what it is. And he'll use you if you let him, but then a lot of people use him. Because a lot of people that think they being the user, but they getting used. And he haven't woke up to that yet. You know. And in every sector had those kind of people. You know. That they think they using you, but then they wind up getting used. And then they can't see it when they get used. Then they get mad. They get mad. Which your ass, it is what it is. And a good example of that is when Ness went to Uppities about a month ago, or a little over a month, and drug all kind of people over there on Uppity channel. I mean, saying that yagged and just talking about every kind of thing, all the no nos. Well, she did that on Uppity channel. She didn't do it on her channel, and then they fell out. Uppity, you thought you was getting using Nest with the redirect and to get people over there because Nest was over there on your channel and got that redirect, but see what she did to you. and now y'all hate each other. And see that's the overplay for the underplay. You know, who's using who? You know, who's using who? And then you get mad. But if you don't put yourself in the line of fire to get you, can't nobody use you unless you put yourself out there. Hey, Jay Parrish, and want to fit in. And I tell you, somebody that ain't been back over at Ness, and I was surprised was have she went back yet? Cause Dory, I've been seeing her around, but like hitting on panels like she was and stuff. Get into it with everybody over Ness, but then Ness showed her just how she really felt about her, and it is what it is. Oh, and another. This was before I think about a week ago. I was over at Rodney's, and when he dropped the link, Ness hit the link, and she had a problem with Intrinsic was supposed to be going to interview 88, and she was outdone. Ness was, ooh, she was hot as a wet chicken, honey. And she was going saying all kind of stuff. And somebody need to go get Intrinsic now. She need to come address this with me. And I can't believe she's gonna have 88 over there. And what they got to talk about. And this and that and that and this. Well, honey, when Intrinsic come up there, she was bowing down. Okay? Bowing down. And Intrinsic, your back ought to be hurt. You done bowed down for so long for this. God damn. Lord have mercy. My back hurting from that. Yeah. Oh Lord, let me make sure I spoke to everybody. Uh yeah. Hey Woo Kill. Hey Daquan. Daquan, I don't know. I ain't been over there in a while, man. I gotta get back over there, man. That's my hideout spot. Okay. Just to make sure I don't spoke to everybody. I don't wanna miss nobody. Cause I always miss somebody. What is that? Hold up, hold up, hold up. I spoke to you, Dar, baby. And if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to me, child. Hey, the B Sector Podcast. Hey, pretty chocolate girl. How you doing, girl? Hey, Red Treasure. You been eating some of them popsicles lately, girl? When you was eating them popsicles, I say she my hero. Ooh, child. That was a good show, Rico. I mean that Lemon did that night. Yeah, you my hero, girl. If you don't know, I'm letting you know, child. Red Treasure. Yeah. See, I think I got everybody. And if y'all want to, y'all can hit my cash app. Trying to make sure I'm going on up. Make sure I got everybody. I think that's it, child. But like I said, when I get my other computer back, um, I'll do that lab probably gonna when I get my computer back, that lab probably gonna take me about 2.5 hours probably, cause I got a lot of notes. Stuff that had went on when I wasn't going live, child. I can't remember everything. I'm old. And and I sit here and I was trying to think of some of my notes and I was saying, Paulette, you wasting time. Go on and go live, girl. You know. I said, cause you ain't gonna remember shit. You know? Oh, and the captain, he have started back doing the lives like on his scooter. I really enjoy those. He goes like the other day. He was meeting his kids at the park, and he drove. He drove the scooter that to push with your foot. He drove that kind of scooter over there, and he would stop at stop sign lights, and he would talk to us and stuff. Then he was back on the road again, and I like it. It's kind of refreshing, something different. Clean, good, clean. And I'm glad he started back doing that. And he said he'll be going, taking us other places and stuff, around Seattle, And then he said that also this summer, like in the fallish, that he's going to be showing, like, because he training horses, because, he love horses. And he's going to let us see him working with the horses in Seattle. It'd be just something different. I really like him. I like the cap. I like a lot of those people over there, though. I like a lot of people over here too. I'm just used to the people over here. I'm more used to them. And child, I can't wait to. I don't know if Room Shaker done been live. I can't wait for her live because she gonna drag the hell out of Uppity, y'all. And I can't wait. And Uppity sit there just lie. And when Room Shaker got up there, Room Shaker said, "I didn't say nothing about you." That's on Envy yesterday, cause Uppity got up there and told a lie that the reason that she hit the link is because the reason that she hit Lolo link is because Rune Shaker had been talking about her. And so Rune Shaker stayed up in the clouds over there at Embers yesterday. And when she got tired of hearing that bullshit, she dropped down and hit that damn link. And she told up to her face she was telling a goddamn lie. I didn't mention you when you hit the link trying to get up here. You telling a goddamn lie. Well, she didn't say shit to Rule Shaker, too scared to say anything. Well, then today, she say that the reason that she was mad at Lolo is, wait a minute, the reason she was mad at Lolo was something totally different. She said up there, YouTube cameras this morning. And I was putting in the chat, you a big, fat, funky lie. You big, fat, sloppy. I was doing with stuff like that. And then she was talking about Brooke and so, of course, and Malik and a little bit about their little boy. Well, um, I put in the chat when people drag yours, don't you start that crying. And like that exposed TV was in the chat, and uh, Uppity was in the chat dragging her child. See what I'm saying? See how that slick shit she do all over the YouTube? And was talking about that her eviction papers were false, but Brooke them supposed to have theirs is true. And she's saying that Brooke live in the shelter, which is a lie. We done seen Brooke, place the kitchen and all of that. You don't have no private kitchen and no damn shelter. Well, I put in the chat that you ought to know the rules of a goddamn shelter because before you got that apartment, you was in a shelter. That's how that works. You see what I'm saying? That's how that works. And I'm saying that you saying that your eviction paperwork is a lie, but you saying Brooks is the truth. What kind of shit is that? You know, child, bad. She was just in evicted court like a month ago. Uh, They was going big tough for $185. Now you talking about this man give you $1,000 a month or $1,000 a week. Why you can't pay your rent? What is you doing with that $1,000? And why you on food stamps? And why are you living in uh, a squalor? Why? That's how that works. See what I'm saying? Look how foolish you look when you say that bullshit. Talking about now, got her own room. She do not. Y'all sleep in the same fucking room. You got a 1 bedroom. That is your cell. You in a 1 bedroom cell with no furniture hole. And you talking about the Caribbean men that got the 6 pack. Bitch, you you what Caribbean man is about anything will stoop to you. What Caribbean man would take you to their mama to see their mama? What Caribbean man? Bitch, bah. Child. Hey, Cali girl. You these people, she's insane. And I drag that hoe every chance I get. But I'm gonna be watching the community walls, and now they're gonna be going up shortly on somebody's wall. And your other kids too nothing. And you better not come out here crying. You better not, because you put Lolo kids on your wall. Lolo ain't gonna do it. She would never do it. But I tell you one damn thing, you got a lot of goddamn enemies out here. I don't know what made her do that. What made her put that girl kids up there and know she'll pass out? And they say that Lolo family was beautiful. Uppity, will you be able to say the same thing? Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. And that's just how that work. She gonna get it back. Patty LaBelle. She gonna get it. They go, and I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna put it on my community wall. I'm gonna share it since you want to put people kids up. See if I'm gonna see how you could handle it. Since you put her kids up, can you handle yours going up? And I think that Room Shaker is just the person that'll do it. Cause she don't give a damn. She ain't got no sorry in her heart for you. And it is what it is. And like I said, y'all, I'm getting ready to get up off of here. I've enjoyed talking to you and I miss you guys. And like I said, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button on the way out and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Ooh, child. I wonder what's going to be going on today on here. Ooh, child. I hope it's a whole lot of fighting like it was yesterday. Ooh, child. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.